Hi guys, welcome back to my new tutorial. As you would have guessed by the title, this is my new foundation, everyday foundation routine. I don't think I've done one on my channel, or it's been a while since I've done one, so I just thought I would teach you some tips and tricks I've got, how I apply my foundation, concealer and a bit of my contour, and just how I get it to last throughout the day and night. So if you want to see how I get my flawless foundation coverage for all day and night, just stay tuned and keep watching. Bye! See, I have changed my background. I thought this could be a really good chance for me to chit chat with you, give some updates, what's happening. I have left my curtains open today because it is really hot here today. My room's really hot, I've got my fan, so if you hear it I'm really sorry. So yeah, I don't think it looks that bad. I do prefer it with the curtains shut, but as I said, it's really warm in here, so I'm just trying to cool it down. So yeah, let me know what you think about my new background. I've also got new lighting. I've got this amazing ring light on my camera and it is really good. If you see me tap and look here where I'm looking now, it's because I'm looking in my viewfinder on my Mac, because I have my camera plugged into my Mac so I can see myself. So yeah, let me know what you think about all the light and the new setup and everything. I'd really like to know what your thoughts are on it. What was that? Sorry. So yeah, anyway, for my face, as this is my foundation routine, first what I do on a weekly basis, 2 times a week I scrub my face with a number 7 scrubber. And you want to be really gentle when you scrub your face, because your face is really sensitive, so you don't really want to scrub really hard. You just want to scrub really gently. I do it in my T-zone section. And then other days when I'm not scrubbing my face, I use my tea tree foaming wash, what I have showed you in my previous tutorial before. So I do that, and then once I've done that, I always moisturise my face with the number 7 moisturiser. And this is the day cream, and this is normal to oily skin. As you guys know, I do have a very oily skin, which it does really get on my nerves, but I'm trying to combat it at the moment. I'm not trying to like get to me. So yeah, I always moisturise my skin. And then I always go in with the number 7 Deeply Moisturising Lip Care, and I always put this on 2 times a day. Well, I try to put it on 2 times a day if I don't forget, in the morning and before I go to bed. And it just really locks in that moisture. Sometimes I also put it on before I do my makeup, so my lipstick or lip gloss, especially the matte ones, apply really nice, and lip liner, so I always use that. That one's really good. So to kick it off, I'm going to be hiding any of the blemishes I have in my skin, on my skin, and I'm just going to be picking up a normal brush. So it's just a normal brush, you can use any kind of brush. I'm going to be using the green concealer just to cover up any blemishes. I do have one nasty spot there. So I'm just going to be blending all this in once I've applied it to my skin. And you want to make sure you put this underneath your foundation. I have found out that this actually blends and covers even more when I put underneath my primer and then apply my foundation on top. So yeah. So moving on to primer, I'm going to be using the MAC Prep and Prime BB cream, because it also acts as a BB cream. And it is in the shade 02, and as you know, I have been using this in a lot of my tutorials lately, so I am absolutely loving this stuff. It is really good. It also adds 24 hours moisturising, and I can actually tell you it is really good. When I apply this to my skin just locks in all the moisture, and it is so nice. My face just feels, well, not my face, my skin feels so hydrated throughout the day. So yeah, I use this on a day-to-day basis. If I don't use my foundation, I use this because it does cancel out any blemishes, hides them, and cancels out any uneven skin tones in my skin. So I always apply this underneath my foundation. So I'm sure you know how I apply this now. It's just the same. I apply it mainly in my T-zone section, and once again I'll be using my damp beauty blender, and I'll be blending all that out. So the point of a primer, I know some people don't like using them. I did go in a phase of not using them, but a point of a primer is it actually makes your makeup go on even smoother and adds a lovely flawless finish. I did actually get out of it. I thought, what is the point in primers? I know a lot of people do think that, but in all honesty, since I've gone back onto well, since I've started using this Prep and Prime from MAC, I've noticed a lot of difference in my makeup. I've noticed how a lot smoother it's been going on, and just how flawless my skin is actually looking. So yeah, it is really good. And as I said, it's in the shade 02. Moving on to foundation. Lately I have been loving the Chanel foundation. It is so good, and it does add a lot of moisture to my skin as well, so I'm absolutely loving this. You don't actually need a lot of this. It is really light on the skin, so well, not always, I've been using this since last weekend, I think it was. So I really like it. With my foundations, I always like to shake them well, so I know the products mix really good, so I know I'm getting the full benefit out of it. So I'll just dot it on my face. So I know I always leave the foundation and everything in my tutorials, but I thought I haven't actually gone in depth for a while for my foundation routine. I don't think I've actually done one on my channel actually, I can't remember. But yeah, I thought it would be a good idea for me to get one done for you guys, because I know some people, when I go out, or even on YouTube or even on Instagram, people are asking me what I use for my foundation, how I do my foundation, how I get a flawless look. So I thought it'd be a really good idea. Also, my sister is one of them people. She's been asking me for ages, Jade, how do you put your blush on? How do you look so flawless? How does your skin look so smooth? And I'm always trying to explain it to her, but sometimes it's just people like to actually see how you do it. So I thought, yeah, it's been a really long time since I've actually showed you guys properly and going into depth. So I thought I would give you a tutorial on it. So all you want to do is just blend it out with a damp beauty blender, and you want to be pressing the product into your skin, not dragging. Don't drag, you want to push it in. That's how you're going to end up with a flawless finish. And as I said, make sure your beauty blender is always damp. So I have got a lot to tell you guys. I feel like I haven't spoke to you now, as I've already said. So as you all know, I am going through some health issues at the moment, and that's with my back, and nothing is actually helping me at the moment. So I have actually opted for the operation, which is due 5 weeks today actually, but when you see this it'll be 5 weeks yesterday, because it'll probably be like by Tuesday, so it's Monday now here. But yeah, I've actually opted for the operation, because what happens is my disc on my back is actually bulging, so it's resting all on my nerves. I did have 2 discs that was bulging, but the one is actually literally gone. It isn't there no more, it's just completely gone. I did see the MRI scan when I went to the hospital last week, and he actually showed me. So yeah, the other one's just completely gone, and the other one's actually bulging, and it's resting all on my nerves, which is causing me to have my body's a bit bent, and I've got curvature of the spine, and I can't really walk. I'm actually using crutches now. I thought I would have to use a wheelchair because I couldn't walk, but when I went to the hospital, the doctor I seen was actually good. It was a different doctor to who I usually see, and he was actually better, and he told me to go to physio and they would help me out, and which they did. They gave me some crutches, they showed me how to use them. So I'm getting there really slowly. It is really tiring. It does get me down, but I'm trying to stay positive, as positivity gets you everywhere. I don't believe in negativity, so I am trying to be positive. I know that operation will work. I'm trying to say that in my head, will work, because it is really scary having an operation on your back. So that's why there hasn't been many tutorials lately, and that's why I'm really slow at getting any videos up, because there is a lot going on. I mean, I'm at the hospital again next week, and that's for my pre-op, and that's for them to tell me more about the operation, just to give me like general tests like blood tests and everything to make sure I haven't got any infections or anything, so I can go forward with the operation. So yeah, that's why I'm a bit slow and lacking on the video, so I do apologise, but I just hope you can be really patient, as I am really trying my best, because I do really love YouTube. But moving on to the tutorial, because that's why we are here. So I've just applied my Chanel foundation. So as you can see, it hasn't really covered up loads of blemishes, but it is so nice and really light on the skin. It's really moisturising. Like, I just feel like I just put like loads of cream on my face because it is that moisturising. But when I use my LA Girl Pro Conceal concealer, using the shade Classic Ivory, this concealer is really, really good. I didn't think I'd find another concealer after Rimmel that was really good, but this one, I think it's probably on the same lines as Rimmel or just a little bit better. Between £5 to £7, and that was off of Amazon, and I absolutely love it. It is so full coverage, but as again, it's not cakey, it doesn't crease underneath my eyes, so I love it, absolutely love it. So I'm just going to be doing a triangle. You want to be doing a triangle because this will highlight underneath your eyes, but it will also give you the uplifted look as well. So you just want to be applying that in a triangle. You don't want to go down too far, but as again, this does depend on your face. This is the way I highlight because it suits the shape of my face. But yeah, this is the way I highlight. So you just want to be doing a triangle motion. So I do that underneath my eyes, on my chin, on my cupid's bow, in the centre of my forehead, and down the bridge of my nose. And once again, you're going to be taking the same damp beauty blender. I like to be using the same beauty blender because all the product I have in there, like the primer and the foundation, I just think it brings all the colours, not the colours, sorry, the tones of like the concealer, the foundation. I think it blends it all nicely together, but it's entirely up to you. If you want to use a different beauty blender, that's fine, but I just like using the same one for it now. Anyway, moving on to contour. I think I need a new one now, but I'm going to be using my contour palette, and I got this from Amazon. It's just a cheap one, but it has worked really, really good for me, and I've had this since I started my YouTube channel, so it has lasted me really good. But I did use that shade at first, and now it has all gone, so I've gone back onto this shade. So longer cheekbone, so you can either do a fish face like that, and as you could see, my cheekbone was lying right there. When I go along that, sometimes I do go a bit higher because as I blend it drops a little bit more. So, but once you start contouring, you probably won't need to do the fish face. When I first started doing makeup, I could not find my cheekbone whatsoever. It was really, really hard, but once you start getting the hang of contouring, I think it's quite easy. And then to contour my nose, I think I'm still trying to get the hang of contouring my nose. I like to do like a serious face, and then I do dots. So the thinner the lines, as you all know, I always use the Real Techniques buffing brush, and I just use that to buff out the contour. So pretty much my foundation, concealer and contour and everything like that, my routine is pretty straightforward, I think anyway. So you're just going to want to buff out. I don't like to buff completely with the brush because I find that a brush sometimes can leave your face looking muddy and cakey. That's why I love using my beauty blender. So just going to want to blend that out, and then you want to take your beauty blender. I can't get my words out today. You're going to want to take your beauty blender and just blend out any more harsh lines that you have. And if you have trouble blending in the harsh lines, you want to bounce and twist, bounce and twist, bounce and twist. So once that is all in place, you don't want to be going out looking like a greasy chip. So you don't want to leave your face like this. So what I like to do, greasiness first, what I like to do is actually use my number 7, because I think that actually goes better on the face. My sister bought me a set of green makeup brushes, and I think they're so cute because they've got polka dots on. I was like, I do need new brushes because I keep using the same one in my tutorial. So anyway, you're going to be wanting to put this on your face. I like to tap, I don't really like to wipe, like drag, because I feel like I'm wiping the makeup off. And you don't want that to happen because you're ruining all the hard work you have just achieved. So I like to tap. So really, this is my day-to-day routine. If I was going out on night time, I think I'd do my makeup a bit heavier. But since it is summer as well, I've been starting to do my makeup just a bit more lighter. So yeah. And you want to make sure you get right around your nose, because I've had moments where I forgot to powder around the side of my nose and I've gone out and I'm like, whoa girl, you forgot to powder your nose. So yeah, making sure you get them lines between your nose. Always want to set your under eye with a translucent powder or a light pressed powder. I have been loving the Kat Von D shade and light palette so far, and I've always been going in with this shade, and this is Levitation. I think that's how you pronounce it. Now I did used to use my number 7 translucent powder, but I didn't actually like the way that was applying underneath my eyes. If I left it on too long, like when I used to bake, if I left it on too long and I wiped it away, I'd be left with, it used to like dry in clumps sometimes, and it used to make my face really, really white, and it used to make my skin really, really dry. So I wasn't really liking that. So if I do use that now, I just get some on a brush and I put it underneath my eyes, which I'll do in a moment. And I did already do my brows before I started this tutorial. I have changed the way I do my eyebrows, so if you'd like to see an updated eyebrow tutorial, just comment in the comment section below and just let me know and I'll do one for you. So now I'm going to be going in with the colour Lyric, and then I'll just powder that on. This is just to brighten everything up a tiny bit. So once I've done that, I like to go in with a little bit more powder just to lock in everything, because I said I am really oily. So I just like to use the Studio MAC Fix powder, and this is in the shade NC37. And I'll only be applying this lightly because I don't want it too cakey. As I said, I don't want my oils to come through, and this is what I do on a daily basis, or on a night really, to actually lock in all my oil. So I am going to be going in again with the Kat Von D Shade and Light palette and using the colour Shadow Play as always, and I'll be going in with my large contour brush from Sigma in the number F40. And again, if you want to suck your cheeks in, that's perfectly fine, like this. So once you've got that line there, you can carry on up. So you always want to blend upwards, you don't want to blend downwards, because what you're trying to give you a face effect of is it's all going up, so it will give you that uplifted effect and that nice definition in your cheek. You never want to bring the contour down too far, because that will also make your face look really long, so you don't want that to happen. And same to the other side. Is it just me, or like I always find to do the other side like really, really hard? Or is it just because I'm left-handed? So just keep blending up. And then I like to go around the side of my head, just to make my forehead appear a lot smaller than it is. I know I've already got a smaller forehead, but I just like to make it a little bit more smaller. Then I like to go around my jawline just to make that more narrower. This is an eye contour brush, but I think it's great for contouring my nose. So I like to go in with the colour Subconscious. It's more of a grey tone, so it's just going to make it appear a lot more natural on your nose. Anyway, moving on to blush, I'm going to be going in with the BEIGE Cosmetics 10 colour palette professional blush. So going in with these shades, and sometimes that one. I think these ones just add like a really nice colour to the apples of my cheeks, but it also brings in my jawline as well even more. So I'm just going to be taking this on the Bundle Monster blusher brush. So I'll be applying this to the apples of my cheeks and work my way up. You don't want to just apply it to the apple of your cheeks, because you're just going to have these balls of like blusher cheeks and you might look like a bit of a clown. So I wouldn't really go for that look, so you're just going to want to be blending upwards in a circular motion and smiling whilst you do it. Okay. And then the same to the other side. And then I just like to take that on the top of my forehead. And then what I like to do again is get my damp beauty blender and just blend all that together so there's no harsh lines and so it doesn't look too much and too cakey. What I like to do is I like to go in with a highlighter, bring these two colours together, and I've been mixing in with that colour as well. Taking them colours and just mixing them together. Once again, tapping off excess, and then what you want to do is you want to put it on the highest point of your face, so it would be your cheekbone, your cupid bow, your nose, your brow bone, on top of your brow bone. Some people like to do it in the centre of the forehead and then the chin, but I don't because I'm already oily, so they're the main areas on my face that get oily first. So you just want to smile again and apply it. As you can see, they are re-pigmented. And also what I like to do is I like to apply it on the apples of my cheeks, so when I smile it hits there as well. I just take a normal fluffy brush again, and then I do this on my nose. So what I like to do to make my nose look a bit more narrower is I like to do a circle on the bottom and then do a line. So that just makes it look a bit more narrower, I think, anyway, my personal preference. And then I like to go underneath my eyebrow bone and just highlight there as well. Now, there's no rules in makeup because makeup is just fun. To me, it is fun anyway. I like doing all different things, so this is just my way of doing things. There's no right or wrong with makeup, so you can do whatever you like, but this is just me showing you how I get my flawless finish and how I do my makeup myself. So guys, this is the finished result. I really hope you enjoyed this, and this was just a quick way to show you how I get my flawless smooth looking skin for the day and night, and how my makeup does last throughout the day and night. As I said, these items and these tricks do actually work out for my skin, as I've got oily combination skin. As I said previously, if you have normal dry skin, it may or may not work for you. If you have oily skin, definitely give these tricks a workout, but if it doesn't work out for you, please don't hate on me, because as I said, these tips and tricks and products do actually work perfectly fine for my makeup and skin. So yeah, I really hope you enjoyed it. Until next time, I really hope you enjoyed this video. I love you guys so much. Don't forget to subscribe, like and share. And until next time I think I'm going to go out in the sunshine, take off this makeup, sit there, put some sun lotion on me and try and catch a tan because I am pale as hell. But until next time guys, I'll see you all in my next video. Bye!